Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to episode 1 of 3 of Kenshi. So last episode I got my butt kicked by elder bugs and I wanted to go over some tips first. So the first tip is from Raf Michael, open to public. Yeah, I have no idea why I didn't click that before, but that will get the traders coming now that the main buildings are open and private for everything else. So let me just go through real quick and privatize all the other buildings because I don't want the average person wandering into any of these other buildings. But then my trading buildings are going to be public. So this is a bit of a daunting task. Which leads me to my next tip. Well, not so much a tip, but a request from Attention Seeking Noob. Attention Seeking Noob requests that I show the stats periodically, and after all of the recent combat that I've gone through, I think it's about time that I do that. So I'll be doing that in just a moment, after I set up all these buildings to be private. Because it wouldn't make sense to have my visitors go into my towers. So the gate is public, and the Y house is public, and everything else should be private. And that should attract some people visiting. For the first time really ever. So I'm excited about that. Alright. So, Attention Seeking Noob, here are my stats. Oh, yeah, Rhadamant, you have some stuff to put away. Now, because I just loaded everyone that was in a bed, just wanted to get out of one. Let's make sure that everyone that needs healing is being healed. Hobbs. No, Hobbs, you're all set, actually. I stand corrected. Alright, checking the stats. We wanted stats. So, here's the stats. Rhadamant is mid-50s, pushing 60 for melee defense. Oop, there we go. And we'll go through them all one by one. Sadneil, roughly the same. Actually, they're all kind of identical. Yeah, most of everyone... strength might change, but they're pretty much all pushing 60 for melee attack and defense, which is actually pretty low. And then the crossbowmen are significantly lower due to the fact that they're crossbowmen. Alright. I did want to go on another adventure post-haste without taking too long. Man, these crab helmets are ugly. But the thing is, if we compare a crab helmet next to a samurai helmet, it has, well, we didn't really do that. We did the masked. So let me do that right now. So hand this off to Kang. Kang, let's compare side by side. So Dust Storm's better for the samurai helmet, of course. No, the crab helmet is better. Pretty much less cut resistance, but more cut efficiency, higher blunt, and the resistances are just better. It doesn't hurt the dodge. It doesn't hurt melee attack. Yeah, I think crab helmets are the way to go. Oops. That one's Griffin. But they're just so heinous in the way they look. Like, truly heinous. The thing is, I don't want my head bashed in, so I will use them. To anyone that's all healed up, I can have pop out of bed. Now, I'm really curious now that Okran's Bane is open to public if I'm going to get actual visitors or not. It's possible that I don't anyway. Although I'm in the middle of a very nice valley. Now, there's some people here. I think they're probably here to patrol the town. Yeah. Jaeger, yeah. They came to defend me against Igor, but they got here the slowest they possibly could. So most of my crossbowmen are up. What I will do with the crossbowmen, start to reload them. I don't really care if they're encumbered. They just need to run faster than Seto. So load them up full of stuff. I don't know why I keep pausing. All right. Plenty of bolts. It's too bad you can't just fill the backpack and leave everything else alone. So these crossbowmen are stocked more than they've really ever been. We just need silver and green, which means we need to crank some more of these bad boys out. Given the amount of time to heal that I have left, it's not much of a rush. You can have Rhadamant quickly hand off the research goods and start to empty the inventories. I have a lot of... Man, there's a lot more people wandering my town, but I think they're all here to guard me. They're not actually vendors, which upsets me a little bit. Not seriously, but I kind of wish they were here for trade purposes. That'd be pretty cool. Week A, you standing around? Another masterwork arm. Well done, sir. And then I think that means I want the whole set, a whole new set. 1, 2, 3, 4. After this whole set, we'll actually be done with it, I think. Because we're not doing Griffin. Oh, no, that's not true. We have a bunch of skeletons left to do. Speaking of skeletons, let's go do one now. Mr. Neil, who is sad. It's your turn. He's like, no, I'm running away now. All right, wing, got him. Put him in. And crunch. Oh, we got some raiders. Now, everyone but Sad Neil gonna set on hold. Chung, quit repairing them. You hold too. Look at these silly bandits. See, I remembered to hold this time. Week A. We also have a bunch of people that have gear on them. So Burn, you can probably put that weapon away. Into the stockpile of other weapons that I don't know what to do with. And then all of the skeletal repair kits. At some point, I'm going to need to do something definitive with them rather than keep stockpiling them. Maybe sell them or something. We have a lot of meat. So we're going to make meat wraps with aramid. So set up the cooking stove to do that. And then we need storage for all this raw meat. Storage. Head down to raw meat. Or just meat. Oops. Misclicked. Alright, Sad Nail's set to lose some limbs pretty soon. And who had all that meat? Ruka had some. Oh, she has definitely screwed up her priorities here. So let me fix that. I don't know what happened to that. Pretty much everyone's set to bodyguard Seto, which is incorrect. I actually do definitively remember misclicking. I'm going to turn off jobs. Ron. No meat. See, here's a good example of having a bunch of repair kits where we do not need all of them. Alright, those limbs have got to come off. Sorry, my friend. It's just the way it is. Everyone did just jump out of bed, so I'm going to make sure that everyone that needs healing gets healed again. They were coming to Sadniel's aid. That's not exactly what I want. And then I have a bunch of building materials to put away. Where is Burn? Start to repair him. We don't want to damage his head, chest, and stomach, just the limbs. So I'm going to be very careful about what I repair here. Oh. Some sort of attack is going on. Okay, we're almost there, and we're done. Pick him up. Put him in a skeleton bed. And open his inventories. He never had boots. One more robot. All set up. Beautiful. One less slow-mo. Alright, so I do have some drifters coming in. People are buying stuff, I think. I don't know, at least we have... Okay, I'll keep an eye on what I got there. I think we're just about all healed up. So now we need to just rearm Green and Beep. Or Green and Silvershade, rather. And put a bunch of these building materials away. This kind of bugs me. So I did not want everyone to be engineering. So we'll go through the inventories and make sure everyone's inventories are correct. And then off to another adventure. So what I can have is I can have all the other crossbowmen share a little bit with Silvershade, and he should be okay. Alright, so let's trade with Silvershade. Alright, crossbowmen are all set up. Have everyone go out front. We'll carry the slow-mos. So, slow-mo is being no longer Sedniel. Slow-mo's being Burn, Griffin, Wing Wing. Picked up by Agnew, Rhadamant, and King. Now, I would be a moron if I forgot food, so let's not do that. People do need to eat. Alright, so this food box is tapped. I don't think we have a lack of food. Oh yeah, we've just been storing it elsewhere. Alright, that's probably enough food. Slowest mover is almost always Seto, so I'm just going to assume that is the case. Boy, I don't know what to do next, exactly. I guess I can go east and mess with some of the traders. But first I'm going to walk through Awkward Shield. I'm curious if that changed ownership yet again. So another tip I received is from Matthew Morozov, mentioning that I really ought to, in the interior, I really ought to have places for people to idle inside. So at the very least, for right now, because I don't want to play Interior Decorator 2019, I'm just going to put some sitting boxes. So when crafters idle indoors, they idle near their craft. I also didn't grab... Ooh, there was a lot of Masterwork crab helmets that I could have grabbed, but didn't. Let me rearrange this a little bit better. They're just so ugly. I could definitely imagine installing a mod that makes them look better. Kind of like, I imagine them like the Chitin helmets of Morrowind or something. So as far as I could tell, we have 5 Masterwork crab helmets. And Shrike, you can actually wear this here. So the Traders Guild, let's see about that. The Traders Guild, I could go to their vault, I suppose. We could go for Lady Kana and Longan. Alright, that might be a good place to go. Lady Kana, I believe, is all the way up in the north. Still gonna head to Awkward Shield. Who did I just... No, Shrike. Sorry, wrong pawn. Wrong character. Speed up their move. So Lady Kana is way up north, north of Shobatai. I'll go for her first, just cause. So she would be up Port North, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's in Port North. So that is where I'm going to head next. Almost done with that lifter arm. And then after that, we can go for Longan. So the United Cities and the Traders Guild are sort of allies. They go hand in hand. I did turn my back on both. That was much because of my alliance with Tin Fist and my distaste of slavery. All right, so here we are. Who owns this? No one, right? Holy Nation, but it's just ruined. For some reason or another, the town override that allows that to become owned failed. It didn't fail. It initially turned over, but then it failed again. All right, so soon we'll be heading to the Great North. The land of the skimmer bugs. Now, if I'm checking back in on my home crew, there is quite a lot of... Oh, well, there's a lot of birds in the way. It's hard to tell who's actually here to shop and who's just wandering around my base. I have a lot of people wandering. Chung, what are you working on? I am going to put a bench in here. This building is very, very boring. I don't really blame them for not wanting to become my patron. Alright, so I see what kind of inventory I have here. Some medical supplies and whatnot. I don't think anyone's purchased anything yet. Might be because half of everyone that comes to my gates gets murdered. Who stripped the paladin? I don't recall ever doing that. Masterwork left. Okay, so we're rolling through Stoat. Stoat is... What is going on here? Stoat is overrun by rebels. It looks like. Sort of. No, they're currently duking it out. Or something. I'm a little confused. There's mercenaries fighting outlaws. Yeah, this is a city in turmoil. There's some gate guards. I could go and help them out, but I think would be my time would be better spent murdering the leadership rather than just murdering some gate guards. Plus, as I've well established, the average gate guard doesn't really stand that much of a chance. It's not an interesting fight. What are these little... who owns these little rebel farmers? Cool. An outlaw swordsman. So all the rebels and the outlaws are people that have been historically oppressed by the United Cities and are trying to cast off their captors, more or less. Slaver heavy. You know what? Do you think... These guys are asking for it. I don't usually spend time clearing out a little Nowheresville, but I think I will make an exception here. I'll make a little exception. Just because these guys are particularly... They catcalled me. You can raise the guard as much as you want. It's really not going to matter. This is a one-sided fight. And I'm going to rampage through your stupid little town. Beep. Screaming he's the strongest warrior while bashing the bejesus out of everyone. As you can see, there's already some slaves that are queued to escape. He picked his own shackles. Show them how we fight. I like how this slave is looting the unconscious samurai. And as you can see, checking my health, I really haven't... I guess Wing Wang took a big hit. I'm going to have Wing Wang back up. In fact, I'll have Wing Wang camp. Because that was a big hit. Anyone else hit hard? No, Wing Wang's the only real. Crumble kind of hit hard, but not much compared to Wing Wang. Alright, patching yourself up. Oh, everyone's going to patch you up. You're going to be healed in no time. Alright, I wasn't done here. Their bar has a dude. Oh, there's a second floor. Oh, full of guards. Beautiful. Whoa. Oh, right. I was like, wait, I can't pick this even on Rhadamant? That seems ridiculous. Are you, sir? I'm not strong enough to do that. Well, if Agnew's not strong enough to do that, then it can't be done. Using tools. Okay, I guess I'll use tools. I guess I have to find tools. Odd. I didn't realize that there'd be something that locked up. I don't think I'm going to be able to find tools all that easy, but I'll poke around. So these cages are all empty. Let's go ahead and... Oh, Saint. Wait, that's probably not the same Saint. No, it's definitely not. You are free. Is there something wrong with Rhadamant that's making his pick skill bad? No, there isn't. Just the slavers, I'm guessing, use way better shackles than what I'm used to. Alright, what's in here? More cages. Nope, go inside. Yeah, I know. They're just like nameless NPCs, but I do feel like freeing them if they want freedom. It is why I'm fighting this war after all. I feel like the queen of the Game of Thrones. Not the one that burns everything down, but the one that wants to free slaves. But not all slaves want to be freed. Okay, I am still somewhat curious about that chest there. But at the moment, I don't seem to have tools, and I don't think I'm going to find them, so I'm going to have to satisfy my curiosity some other time. Wing healed up a little bit. And... pick them up. Alarm raised. I don't really care. Alright. Well, I would say pretty definitively that little outpost has fallen. There's still some people left in it, but town overrides don't work that way. I don't get to break that slave outpost without taking out the leadership. They'll just rehire. Checking back on week, eh? Yep. Alright, that's odd. I thought I added in a stool for you here, but you didn't seem to use it. Oh, we are bottlenecked on electrical components. Alright, Mr. Wike. If that's the case, go buy some. I'd make some, but I don't want to use up all my copper that way. Hell, you know what? Take plan with you. Just in case there's other stuff too. Shrike is making ugly helmets. You know, the helmets look like bomb disposal unit helmets. That's what they look like to me. So Lady Kana is in Port North. She is one of the leadership of the Traders Guild. And I fully intend to bring the Traders Guild down to their knees, so let's waste no time in making it known that they are my enemies. What are you doing? Oh, they're all stuck to Seto again. I didn't... that explains a lot. I didn't get rid of all of their weird bodyguarding Seto orders. So they threatened me Right now, I'm just making sure all this broken stay close to Seto crap is fixed. But it looks like all the gate guards are already dead. Which works for me. Their town is already being like overrun by Garu. Alright, so they do have some people up on their walls. I'm gonna go inside and say hello. Imagine being that one guard. Like how screwed you feel. Who's manning this thing? Why is it pointed inwards? I don't know. Man, these guys are getting ruined. So if we check their gear, because I'm sort of curious how it differs from UC gear. They have clubs, bludgeons? Yeah, they're like Merce plate. Sort of clubs and bludgeons. Which is a little different. But compared to Elder Blood Spiders, really not much of a threat. So this is the Noble House, where Slaver Kana is holed up in. Man, these guys are very not resistant to bolts. I'm not even having to really fight. You should have barred your door. That puny little lock ain't enough. Look at all the beautiful fancy rugs, and I'd take your rug. Stolen from Lady Kana. Yeah, she definitely lives here. I feel a bit like a Peter Pan here. Or Robin Hood. I don't know why I said Peter Pan. Bit like Robin Hood, where I'm stealing from the rich. It's okay. I don't know who locks their food cubes in a safe. A psychopath. Or someone who has an eating disorder. Alright, so here's Lady Kana. Ooh, you know what? Okay, probably the lamp's not helping. And I'm curious if I can't, no, sneak attack's not gonna work. I'm just not very good at it. How very dare you? You see, the thing is, I don't really care. I'll fight you all. Alright, so she has a very unique mask, if I recall correctly. This mask is not something you could find on really anyone else. That might not be entirely true, but is fairly unique, as I'm not sure you can even manufacture it. And I get to strip the fine... I love how she has hashish. I'm pretty sure hashish is illegal. But she doesn't really follow the law. She's above it. Or at least she thinks she's above it. Alright, she's currently dying though, so I'm going to first aid her. I really slashed the crap out of her, clearly. Her elite guard have some pretty high stats, but I don't think they're going to stand much of a chance. Given that they're outnumbered massively. And I'm here just to, you know, steal what I can. Because screw the slavers. Any money that they've... Well, not stealing everything. But any money that they've acquired from slaving is not really theirs to begin with, right? Rum and tools. Okay. Ruka. Kidnap Lady Kana. What else do we have here? Slave shops, alehouses. Yeah, there's just too many slaves to free one by one, I'm sorry to say. But I'll poke my head into the bar. I like how all these guards are just standing here stoically. Oh, wow. And the rebels showed up. They must have caught wind of what I was doing and wanted to get in on that action. So there's a crazy amount of something going on. Silver path. There we go. Manhunters are now hostile to me. Okay. I'm totally alright with that. Why wouldn't I be? Alright, so we have Lady Kana. Longan, I think, is next. So let's go ahead and give a few people free rides so they don't have to use their own limbs. Follow Seto. And Longan will be found in Trader's Edge. And we'll just run straight there. I don't know if I have enough time to finish the trek and the attack on him, but at least we got Lady Kana out of this. Alright, Wike, when I said go trade, I don't think I meant stare at a mountain forever. Oops. But everyone else is probably doing their work. Oh, this looks like a mess. Pingu. I think I'm going to send you to town. God, these helmets are ugly. Alright, Pingu, go into Bad Teeth. No, actually, yeah, go into Bad Teeth. Buike, you're already in stack. Plan doesn't have anything to sell, nope. So we're just really here to buy electrical components or copper or whatever else looks good to me. I have no idea why I'm buying it on Wike. Robotics too, but they don't have any. That is a lot of electrical components, so that's pretty cool. And a fair amount of robotics too. And I think I'm just going to hang out here waiting for Pingu. He's going to take a while because Pingu ain't very fast, but that's fine. Support north fell to me. Time to head to Trader's Edge. As you can see, there's an increasing amount of rebels roaming the countryside. Ooh, some manhunters. Hey, manhunters. I'm not even going to put people down. So yeah, I don't really need to explain who the manhunters are. They're like bounty hunters that have no ethics, I think, is probably the cleanest way to describe them. And I think they went hostile with me because they wanted Lady Kana, who was on my shoulders. Why is Wike being attacked? Must have been bandits. Yeah, just some random bandits. I can help out the town guard with that. I don't mind throwing in my my hat into the ring. Wike, after all, was a raider for the vast majority of his... Well, not his life. He's a skeleton. I don't know how old he is. Alright. Mr. Gate Guards. I'm going to have everyone on hold. put Burn, Griffin, Wing down. Check. My ammo's fine. God, that will never get old. Abduction! Yeah, they just saw Lady Kana. Alright, so here's their sergeant, the toughest of the gate guards. Which is going to be a joke, I bet. Although Green's getting pretty tooled up. Green, go take care of yourself. Alright, I have a whole lot of people that are just kind of standing around. And I'm going to have my crossbowmen choke up so that anyone else that comes out of this gate gets shot. Oh, that was satisfying. Hey guys, guess what? I won't get away with this. Yeah. We know how... Oh, so these guys are starting to have some pretty decent armor. Again. Well, not this one. This one has trash. Doesn't mean I'm not going to strip them. But high-grade armor is not terrible. It will make it hard to cut through them. And the sergeants ought to have probably the best stuff out of all their guards. Yep, specialist and MK3s and 2s and whatnot. Whatever, I don't know. Maybe it's a 2, maybe it's a 3. Doesn't really matter. Specialist grade stuff is significantly better than like the random junk I found on Holy Nationers. I'm just stripping them not because they pose that much of a threat, but because I think it's pretty hilarious when samurai are let them wear their helmets, but functionally naked. Alright, I gotta keep an eye on Ruka's health. Oh, Ruka's fine. Because if Ruka falls, Lady Kana frees. And I intend to hand her over to Tin Fist. Alright, so here's another gate captain or sergeant. Some random samurai. Oh, my crossbowmen. Let's have them pull back a little bit. They sent out the guard in force and knocked Green out. I'll get Agnew over there. The crossbowmen are obviously a lot more effective when they're not having to use their katanas. As you can see. Call me Rat. Bold move there. Yeah, more sergeants. It's actually kind of a fight over here. I mean, I'm not that worried. I have the numbers, and the strength. But there's quite a lot of people. Wow, those big numbers. Come on, Agnew. Ooh, big numbers again. She got 2 with that. I like how this dude just literally called himself a monster. Alright, Ruka's doing alright. Doing a quick little health check. Green, you got beat up. I'm pulling you back. He was already wounded before going into it. Looks like some rebel fighters are coming to help me too. Fight for your own freedom, my friends. Fight for your own freedom. And I'm going to have to pick up this fight next time. So I'm sorry to end it here. This is kind of a weird ending point, but I am out of time. If you have any tips, tricks, ideas for me, I'd be glad to address them, to respond to them, and maybe to read them out loud if I find them to be useful. If you have any questions for me, drop me a line, and I do hope that you tune in next time. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to bring you some more gore and mayhem next episode, bringing Longan to his knees. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Adios.